Come on. Do I look better with them on?
Yeah, man, it's good that I'm hearing things are getting better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. That's
Um,
good, man.
it's real. You know what I would rather, if you don't mind, like yo, let me pray for you. You know what I'm saying?
right, cool, man. That'd be good, man. I definitely use some prayer, bro.
Sure. Prayer changes things, don't it?
Come on, man. I got the right one praying for me too, man. All right.
Go on. Yeah,
Go ahead, man. Whenever you're ready.
Man, I'll just send one up, man, real quick. Just bow your head and close your eyes. You know.
All right.
No, close your eyes.
Huh?
Bow your head and close your eyes. We're gonna pray. I'm gonna pray now.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm outside right now, so I don't think God gonna mind if my eyes open. So you could just pray. I mean, you can go ahead if you can pray. I definitely need prayer, bro.
You close your eyes out of respect and reverence for God. So, like, you know, it's gonna be quick. Just close your eyes, bow your head, and close your eyes.
All right, I got you.
Good. Yes, look. Show your eyes.
Huh? What's
your
up,
eyes
man?
are still open.
You went already? You finished?
No, I start when you close your eyes, like.
Oh, but you gonna close your eyes too, though?
Yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes after you close your eyes, cause like I'm the one praying. So like once you close your eyes, then I know it's time to start.
Oh, all right, cool. All right, got you.
Yeah,
Copy.
It's gonna be quick. Don't even worry about it.
All right, cool. All right. Go ahead, bro.
All right, Lord, we just man, we come before you today. Your eyes are open, man. Like, do you want this prayer?
No, I saw somebody. So I think I
You
saw
know what? You know what? Pray for yourself, man. Pray for yourself. I don't understand.
Just text me on. Bro, I'm in the streets though. I can't just close my eyes out here, bro. Like I'm in the streets.
I'm taking the time to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? And all I ask for you to do is close your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bro. I got you. But the thing is, if we both close our eyes, like you keep knowing if I open my eyes. So I don't think you close your eyes.
Because I don't trust that you closing your eyes.
But you gotta trust in the Lord.
You gotta trust in the Lord. You the one with the situation.
Okay, all right. You right. Copy.
You know what? You good. Since
Copy,
you good,
bro.
just pray for yourself. Pray for yourself.
No,
I'm out.
All right, no.
Yo, what's good? That's just some lives. We here Wednesday night life study in the building. Everybody shout your name. Let me shout out some people. I see Tosh in the building. I see Crystal. What up, Crystal in the building? I see Amanda in the building. Like, yo, while y'all here, I would love for y'all to share this video. Share this video. It's gonna be a dope session tonight. I know I look a little cloudy. My real equipment is at the church, man. I got the laptop camera. Like, rock with me. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into it, man, yo, again, like, share this video. It's going to be a dope session. We got another dope session with Minister Lawrence Coles, truly kind of like set us up last week, man. We're going to set us up again this week. We preached the dynamic word this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you heard the word this Sunday, y'all throw some hearts or throw some thumbs up, you know what I'm saying, in the chat. If you heard the word this Sunday, you were truly blessed by the Instagram, the Insta series. You know what I'm saying, this Sunday was follow me. He said he got something else for next week. So again, share, you know what I'm saying, again, like what's going on, and without further ado, I'm going to bring in, my special guest for today, Minister Lawrence Coles in the building. What's going on, my brother?
1 2 1 2 1 2. What's good, people? What's good, man? Yeah, I'm in the building, man. Yo, we definitely have fun with that that little skit earlier. So we'll probably show it again. Later on, while we are broadcasting. But yo, I'm happy to be here. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody, who's been checking us out the last few Wednesdays. Just having a good time kicking it with the people. Definitely want to shout out Keisha in the chat.
Yeah.
And Miss Sonia in the chat. You know what I'm saying? My beautiful dove in the chat. You know what I mean? Vanessa L. Cole. You know what I mean? And,
that L for love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And liability, because you got to make sure that you got insurance. And we got to make sure we covered. You know,
definitely, man.
level.
Well, let me ask you, man. Like, how you feeling today, man? Like, something happened today that ain't happened in a while. And I heard you was out there.
Oh, what, in the snow?
Yeah, man.
About the thing with the snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, yo, that snow, man, it was scary, bro. Scary, bro. It's a scary sight, man. You know what I mean? Because snow. Snow is beautiful as it's coming down. The problem is as it piles up. You know what I mean? As it accumulates, that means that it requires some action. You know what I mean? Time is some action. You know what I mean? And so, I'm happy it was no shoveling on today, but I guess it's just a precursor to what might happen. You know what I mean?
What might happen? Yeah, man.
So careful in these streets.
So we gonna hop right into it, man. Like, one thing I loved about last week is that we had some great conversations, some great things that was going on between me and you, and also in the chat room, it was a lot of people just chiming in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cut off the music because I wanna get real serious. Joey P in the building. Shout out to Joey P in the building. I'm gonna love this with him, but one thing we like to start off with is a question of the day. Amanda said, meanwhile, it's nearly 80 degrees out here in Texas. I'm jealous.
Wow. Yeah, but yo, we gotta watch out for Texas because Texas is trying to overturn the votes right now. So we love Texas, but a few of y'all, some of y'all senators is trying to be sneaky right now and overturn some votes. So we got our eye on y'all, man.
Got our eye on y'all for real.
We got
the
corner eye and the camera on y'all. How we had in the video. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yo, so one thing we like to do is we like to start out with a question. You know what I'm saying? A question of the day. And this question, I thought it was really kind of like thought provoking. It's not one of those questions that you're answering on a daily basis, but it could be one of those questions that it takes a while to really dive into. So, question of the day goes as follows: what do we all have in common besides our genetics that makes us human? I read it again. What do we all have in common besides our genetics that makes us human? What's the first thing that comes to your heart? Go ahead.
Bills, bro. Bills.
Oh man, so that's easy.
One, man.
Bills.
We got some bills, bro. If you're alive, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got a few of these envelopes with your name on it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That you gotta take care of. So I'm going with bills for 200. You know
bills for 200. Yo, Joey P jumped right in it. He said that's sinful nature. Talk about that. Joe said that's sinful nature.
Well, here's the thing. Is the sinful nature based on genetics? I mean, I'm not trying to get all scientific.
It didn't say, but it said besides genetics. It said besides our genetics. So like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, you saying besides genetics, I'm saying is it sinful nature because of genetics? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's because I don't think it's because of genetics. I think it's a result of some poor decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Like yo, is our flesh just destined to? I mean, it's a lot of different ways we could.
Right.
We could go with that, but I mean, our sinful nature. Okay.
Shout out to Crystal. Crystal said love. That's what we got in common. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we talking about wanting to give love and the desire to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
We all got that in common. And there's some people that are in denial that they don't want love. But that's something that we all have in common. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all desire to be appreciated. We all desire to be valued. And we all desire to experience love. And Tosh said the need to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, sometimes you think love is like, yo, like this shared experience. But sometimes we just need to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just need to receive it.
Do all people agree to that though?
Well, let's see it in the chat. Do you agree that you have a need to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Because I see you looking at that top left corner. You trying to find the people in the back who's challenging this. You know what I'm saying? Because some people again,
No, no, no. Well. I think in my normal self, I agree with that. Right?
okay,
In my normal self, right? I think that in my prideful self, or sometimes in our just being about yourself, you might because of the disappointment of not being loved, you might feel as though I don't need to be loved. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So because the need to be loved, you might feel like it puts you at a deficit. Like, damn, man, ain't nobody really checking for me, or you just out on these streets.
yeah,
Like, you might actually, be on something like, yo, I'm good without it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But at the end of the day, like, like we do need, you know, to be loved and cared for on some level. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
but
think
at the same time, some people don't have that. Like what do you say to somebody who don't have that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you desire it, you would like it. You know, you just don't have it. Like, I think that's the unfortunate thing about life is that everything we need doesn't mean that we receive it. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But to deny that we need it would close the door to us ever having it.
mm, I
You know
didn't
what
know
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Nah.
like we gotta be honest with what we desire, because sometimes we feel like we can only base our desires off of what we have,
Mm-hmm.
and then we close the door to things that are to come. You know, you ever heard
Mm-hmm.
somebody who talk about, and we even talk about this with some of our brothers and sisters in the faith who have like been gun ho about like, yo, following the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you
Right.
gotta follow the law. Everybody got to be a man of their word and whatever, whatever. And they wasn't talking about grace because they never needed it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
Like they never
Until
until they needed it, and they start realizing, like, wait a second, like, ain't
right,
nobody
right,
perfect. Got like Jesus
right.
is
Thank
all,
God for
but
His grace.
thank God
Yes.
for His grace. They start
Right.
they start changing it because what happened? Like their perspective changed, and they
Mm-hmm.
realized like they really needed something. You know what I'm saying? And even when they
Mm.
didn't think they needed grace, they needed it.
Nah, yo, in the chat, yo, Joey P, turn up. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if you got, listen, we got time tonight. You know what I'm saying? So
What he talking about?
he said he gonna chill, but I know I know he got that switch, so he
Yeah, yeah,
ready to
yeah, yeah,
go.
yeah,
Either way, nah, but yo, I mean, it's true. Like, I think that to answer your question, I think like self-awareness, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like we all have genetics, but we all have to get to a place of being aware of who we are, um and what and like what we're called to do, um in order for life to start to be fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
there has to be some type of centering, some type of self-awareness, like some shift that happens within you that makes life meaningful. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because in terms of genetics or even our human bodies, like, yo, sometimes you might have struggle, within your body. You know what I'm saying? Or your body might have different issues or whatever. But there has to be some inner self-awareness, self-expression. I don't know that and that you have to get to of knowing who you are. You know what I mean? So I think we have that all in common. Like
yeah,
the journey of becoming, the journey of figuring out like who you are. You know what I mean? And that um that journey is authentic and original for each person. So certain aspects of it. So
yeah. And I wanna highlight some of the things in the chat.
yeah.
Where Joe said because of one decision
Ooh.
made by Adam, spiritual genetics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
God's talked about acceptance, to belong. Crystal said or give. I'm speaking about the desire for love. Crystal also said example, a comedian. 85% of them are depressed, but they desire to make people laugh.
Mm.
Wow. So they
Okay.
so they give. That's interesting. Um, but would a comedian say that he needs laughs? I don't think he would say that. Like it's like, yo, do you need to be funny in order to be happy?
And you need to be funny to get this check.
It need to be funny to get that check, right? In order to have a career.
Right. If you're gonna keep doing this,
Uh, Joey Principle dropping a principle. We are love entities created by God who is love, who are separated from life, who needs gifts, lives to be redeemed.
right.
I'm struggling with that. But we are created by love, separated from His love, and are searching for love, and are not the same till we get His love. That is true. That is true. Our definition of love is is not fully completely seen until we start understanding the love of God. Because most of our encounters with love is a mirror, right? So like we
Okay.
mirror love based off of like how we were loved as children.
Right.
That's our definition of love. We mirror love as how we were loved during our first love. You know what I'm saying? Like that junior high school or high school crush. In all of our relationships, it mirrors our perspective of love. And until we get into a loving relationship with God, which is off rip sacrificial, we
Right.
have a we have a disproportion kind of like understanding of love.
Nah, that's true. Like most love, you could try to meet it. You know what I'm saying? Like where it kind of, like hits you, like, yo, I could try to meet that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah,
even with your parents, you know what I'm saying? Like your parents invest so much love in you, in the beginning of your life. It's like, dad, how could I repay them? But then as they get older, it's like, yo, I could actually meet, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
that love, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
like the love of God, we can't meet that. You know what I'm saying? So
All right.
you're always at a deficit, and you're always at a place of like awe. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I agree with you. To that point, I see Amanda wrote some also feel the need to some also feel the need to feel needed by others, which
Yeah.
is a whole other thing. You know what I'm
And that
saying?
and guess what? Like, yo, when we hear that, sometimes we think that's a bad thing. But like the reality is, like, to answer this question, what do we all have in common? Like, we need community. Like,
Mm,
we need community. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
And then like when your need for community is not being met, when you don't have a place to exercise community, you'll start exercising it in the wrong places. You know what I'm saying? You'll start
that's
doing it
good.
in the wrong places. So it's like, yo, why is this person, as soon as they walk in, they got to be heard, they got to be seen? It's because they're lacking community. So now they're trying to like force community. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to force
Right.
this experience. They're trying to foster a place where people like them and enjoy them. And guess what? The people that actually like them are like, why are you doing this? You
Right.
don't
Like, yo, relax.
like, you don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But it is something where like the place where they supposed to find like just camaraderie, just like I don't want to say completely identity, but to be identified maybe. Like the place where you are identified as a community, where somebody can say like, "Yo, you are an original. You are who you are." So the place where that is happening is not there. So now they're trying to be identified by everybody.
Right. Nah, we know as people who deal with young people, like, man, that need for community, that need for identity, that need for affirmation, is something that dudes yearn for. Like, yo, it's so funny. I was thinking about, one of the most powerful scenes in television. You know what I mean? And I actually thought about this while I was driving home from food shopping a few minutes ago.
Okay.
One of the most powerful scenes in television is the scene from The Fresh Prince when Will Pops like kind of dips out, you know what I'm saying? And then Will is coming downstairs, and like, his pops is not there. He's like, yo, Will, blah 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 blah. And then he's like saying, I'm gonna be all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna do this, and then it just hit him like, yo, why don't he want me? You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
man, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the question. Not only young people, like in our context, a lot of young dudes, like, yo, why don't he want me? You know what I'm saying? And as much as you could think you're doing great, without your pops or without family or without these things, like you have to at some point wrestle with that question, man. And again, I think that's where the love of God kind of comes in and is able to kind of help with that process. But like you have to struggle with that, you know what I mean? Because when you yearn for a community and the people who you're supposed to be most close to in community aren't there for you, man, like, yo, like you
It's
wrestle with that,
It's
bro.
true, and again, like if we don't start being honest with that need and stop only pointing out when people are doing it out of pocket, then like we won't know that this is something that we need to be filled. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not being honest, like with that community, that support, that camaraderie, like the why don't he want me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that he could be universal, that he could be, a relationship. It could be your father. It could be like anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like why don't he want me? And because you don't have that want, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not secure in who you are, like that affects you in your workplace. That affects
Right.
you in like
That
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 affects you
that
in your
affects
posts in social media. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like you
That
gotta
that that affects what you post. That affects how you communicate. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's almost functioning from a place of deficit.
yeah,
Like if I'm me and I'm a reflection of this person, or this person's supposed to love me and they reject me, why would anybody accept me? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like if the people who are supposed to love me don't love me, like why would anybody love me? You know what I mean? And again, kind of basing it on that whole Fresh Prince scene, like the dope thing was like Uncle Phil, you know what I'm saying? Like Uncle
yeah,
Phil being able to step in, you know what I'm saying, as that pops to embrace him like in that moment, you know what I mean?
yeah,
A lot of times people face that and there's nobody there to hug them. There's nobody to say to be like, yo, son, I got you. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And again, that's just another picture of like, yo, how the Holy Spirit, comes in too. You know what I mean?
yeah,
When we're open to it. But yo, you still deal with that hurt. You still deal with that pain, man. Like, yo, it's still very real.
yeah. Point out some stuff that was in the chat that we kind of missed out.
Yeah, man. Yo, so shout out to JC. He said one example of this I learned in the professional development session was highlighting students joining gangs for similar reasons.
Yeah,
They join after school programs. You know what I'm saying? you
yeah.
know, and like, yo, we know this, man. Like,
Too, too familiar.
Shout out to Joey P. Said, which is why we must identify with Christ, unchanging, never ending, reckless love for real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Yeah,
Crystal. She said unresolved issues. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Shout out to Mom Duke. She said, amen. Hey, yo, everybody, shout out to my mom. I had to call my mother today. You know what I mean? Because I saw she posted her foot. Had to make sure she all right. So keep my mom's in prayer, man. She posted her
That
foot.
foot. Post that
You know what
foot.
I mean? So I
Ma.
said I definitely want to keep her.
Elevate that
Keep her.
foot. Elevate that foot, man. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it's so crazy because like yo, like the need for like we talk about young people and I don't wanna I don't want to spend too much time on young people because that's not who's here. You know what I'm saying
Right.
today. Young people grow up to be old people dealing with the same things. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But like, yo, my young dudes will call us gang. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm trying to get them, stop them from joining the gang while while creating the gang. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Right.
yo, they'll identify it based on like what they value. So like, yo, if they value that gang, and then we come together, we gang. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's like, yo, like, what are we identifying maybe the wrong way because that's what we seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not
Mhm.
trying to create a gang. I'm trying to create a
Right.
brotherhood. I'm trying to create like strong men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
but they calling it gang because like what they receive is that camaraderie. They receive something that they believe they would have gotten in the gang, and they get more. You know?
Right. No, and it boils down. It boils down to family, man, and really being able to step out of yourself, to embrace people. where they are, and even when at their point of need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, I think that happens at every level. And if there's one thing I feel as though, we as the church, have to do better, it's kind of, love each other in a way that it satisfies needs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, that requires sacrifice. That requires kind of getting out my comfort level. And again, we live in a society where it's like, yo, I got to get mine at all costs. Me and mine got to survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're really trying to live a life, to reflect Christ, if that's the mantra we should necessarily be living by. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As we talked about, before, like, yo, Jesus didn't come to set up, a church. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't come to set up or be a statue. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he was doing his father's business. You know what I'm saying? And that meant, having a certain level of sacrifice built into his life. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when I think about how Jesus operated, and then I look at myself, I'm like, yo, like, there's a lot of space for improvement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it becomes a question of like, all right, Lord, like, based on what I have, like, how much more can I give? You know what I'm saying? Based on what you've given me, like how can I channel that to help somebody in need? And a lot of times, again, those things push us from a place of comfort to a place of like conviction. You know what I'm saying? To a place of like mission. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we stop pursuing the mission and the vision and different things because it's like, oh, it might be too small, or you have big visions, but God wants to use us in the little things, to be a blessing.
Definitely. And like, yo, my follow up question to this question, because we talk about like some of the things that are in common with us, besides our genetics that makes us human. As a people, are we growing and becoming human, or are we getting further away from our humanity, like the things that
Man,
make us human?
man, we becoming. I tell you, man. Yo, we becoming robots, man.
Yes.
We becoming robots, man.
uh,
And there's a specific robot that comes to my mind, but y'all gotta wait to see the cartoon to come out.
right.
But we becoming robots, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, like we're becoming desensitized. Things that you would watch and you would have trauma for watching. Like, we watched them and then watch something even crazier 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
So it's like we're becoming detached from what it means to be human, and yo, that's scary because it's rooted. You become rooted in deception when you don't think you're human. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a whole nother.
Like, what's the start of that? Like, is it the movies that did it? Like, we watch so many movies that, like with horror movies and different things, like, because we were able to get so caught up in it and then go back into our reality that like we could kind of like compartmentalize like just life.
Bro, it's the internet, bro.
Our internet.
The internet. Somebody write that in the chat. Right, internet. Don't
It's
write
my
internet. Right,
internet.
internet. It's the internet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like yo, I think again, movies contributed something to what it is. You know what I mean? But at least with movies, you had to sneak in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to, I mean, you could still sneak in, but it's like it was levels to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, with the internet, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could see whatever, bro. Like, yo, dude, like you could see whatever you want in the world. It's literally at at your fingertips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, again, entertainment definitely has played a part, but the internet, social media, you know what I'm saying? Cameras on phones,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
FaceTime, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Like yo, when I think of like, and not to
To blame aim.
blame Abe,
What up, Bo Carter?
blame Dallup,
Bo said M but net. That's right, bro.
blame Black Planet. Oh snap!
Now
That
Black Planet was safe, bro.
Black Planet was
Don't
saying like that's all I'm saying. Like it was a process.
my
Right?
face knows how to code.
Right. Right. Respect the process, man. Like yo, when I think of like the George Floyd incident,
Right.
when I think of like seeing someone with their knee on someone's neck, and the fact that like it went viral, you know what I'm saying? And people are watching it and they're watching somebody scream for their mother. Like if I saw that in person, like that would do something to me. Um, that like I would probably need to talk out a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, hit that.
I'ma hit that.
Nah, you're right.
But but, but like because it happened on the internet, like when things happen on the internet, you could look at captions to tell you how to respond.
Right.
Like people can
Bro,
go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this. I never watched the full George Floyd video.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like I saw stills of it, but I never watched the whole video purposely because of how I thought it would affect my my soul and my spirit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, and it's so sad because like we could say like, yo, we've seen people get killed on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like not even just from racism and stuff like that. Just in terms of like, oh snap, like what was that? Like what did I just watch? You know what I'm saying? It's just like and that stuff has a effect on you, man. You know what I'm saying? And so, to your point, like the internet, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Tar said people tape anything to get some likes and shares.
Right. It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Main said we have been desensitized, and Joe said
Facts.
we are numb to some things. Like yo, so think about this. Like yo, we just had the question. Let's bring the question back, right? Like yo,
Right.
what do we have in common besides our genetics that makes us human? Like almost redefining what we originally said. Being numb is almost what we have. Like it's almost becoming part of the identity of the new human. Like yo, you have to get over things.
Mm.
Like you gotta be able like you gotta be able to
To process the emotions, to process the but again, but how do you do that, bro? Like how do we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like it almost becomes easier to like ignore these things. You know what I'm saying? But as you're saying, we become less human when we do that. You know what I mean? So
exactly. And Joe used the right like you have to be numb in order to function, but being numb is also killing like who you were intended to become. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like
mm,
who you are intended to become is not numb. You're supposed to feel. You're supposed to
mm,
process feeling. Like feeling produce like true feeling and communication of feeling. That's what produces intimacy, right? So like now
mm,
that's why we don't have deep relationships with people, friends,
mm.
like mates or
Wow.
anything because like we've developed this process of becoming numb. So now like
Mm,
there's no floor level, like there's no foundation. Like foundation is the ground level, but nobody's reaching the
mm,
ground level because we so busy trying to elevate what we want to do.
mm. Wow. But the thing, I mean, some people feel more safe. Like the less they feel, the safer they feel.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like the thing is that the reality is that with that, like you could boil your feelings up. You know what I'm saying? You could wrap them up. At some point, those feelings have to come out.
they
You know what I'm
gotta come.
saying? At some point, like all of that bottled up energy, all of that stuff has to come out. And the bad thing is sometimes the way it comes out it could hurt the people who love us the most. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the way it comes out in like destructive behavior that actually takes you further away from the person you're meant to be. You know what I mean? So, I think again it falls back onto the word we used earlier is
Yeah.
community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, we have to foster like real communities, real spaces where we can be human again. You know what I'm saying? We like we have to uh be connected with people who could see us for who we are meant to be, or for who we're trying to be. So that when we fall off, dudes could be like, listen, bro, that's not you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
somebody has to be able to speak into your life and be like, yo, that's not you.
Yeah.
Yo, you got to be able to, like, cry, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to have conversations to like to let these things out, man. Because if you walk around with all that stuff bottled in, you just a cannon waiting to explode, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And you're either gonna hurt yourself or you're gonna hurt the people who really do care about you, man.
Wow.
Crazy.
I just want to catch up in the chat. May said they put Saddam Hussein execution on the internet. You know what I'm saying? He said blame faces of death. JC said there are movies I've never seen because of that. I think when you were talking about like staying away for the condition of your soul. V wrote The New Culture. Both said normalizing murder, hate, and violence to the fullest extent. Taj, we've lost empathy, no compassion. Jesus was moved by compassion. Come on, man. Like like yo, that's what I'm saying. Like yo, part of the thing that is necessary for you to serve God, they're trying to remove. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
because like yo, if you got it how you got it, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
if you built like that and you got it how you got it, then when somebody else tell you they struggling, you don't have compassion for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get it how you get it, right? You got to get it how you live it. So like they're trying to take away that compassion, that thing that actually triggered God sending Jesus. You know what I'm saying? like the thing that summoned Moses to go back to Israel. You know what I'm saying? To go back to Egypt. Like God heard the children of Israel crying, and the scripture says his heart was moved with compassion. Like it's a trait. So when we're made in God's image, compassion is a part of that.
Yo, but that's the struggle, bro. And the struggle is the image. You know what I'm saying? And like there are images, like yo, it's a battle for imagery. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, who are you going to become? You know what I'm saying? Who and what are you going to reflect? You know what I'm saying? And like the world has an image and a person that they want to present. You know what I mean? Obviously, our faith has an image and person that was presented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like we as the middle person, we have to make decisions in terms of like, all right, yo, what am I gonna what am I gonna reflect? And the thing is, whatever you choose to reflect, it's gonna take work. You know what I mean? So
definitely, it's gonna take work. Going back to compassion, Joe said, one thing that I always say, black people have never had a chance to heal. We have continually been hurt and bruised. So healing has never really happened. We just have to get over it. I mean, big facts. You know what I'm saying? And that has been taught to us even as men. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, get over it. Like don't process it, get over it. Be stronger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Amanda, aka Let's Get It Poppin' in the chat, said, witchcraft, did I get too deep? I feel whatever you watch, people really be trying to mimic what they see from TV or people on social media. Witchcraft.
Facts. Facts.
Let's get it poppin'.
Right.
Like yo, it's manipulation.
And again, like yo, it's that word that we tied into, that we spoke about on Sunday, mimic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because whatever you mimic, you give power to. You know, like over your life. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you mimic, you say you're saying I'm going to be a follower of. You know what I'm saying? So nah, like she's on point with that.
You're on it. India said you have to be able to have a safe place to express your feeling because people don't want to be looked at as sensitive. Facts. You know what I'm saying? JC said they don't want us to feel. Being numb
Right.
kills your drive and passion for life.
Right. I like what Bo said, but Bo said not only that, P, this new younger generation is being programmed to not even have the attention span to have compassion. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Facts. Facts. Like, yo, don't even look at him. Keep running. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, yo, so like when we talk about like being human, like truly it's being redefined. Like to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like to a
Hmm.
point, and if we're not careful, like human nature will be so far away from what God desired that like when you are trying to live like God, you'll be looked at like an alien, man.
Right. But I mean, but that is the faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the faith is not to fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the Bible says, as we talked about, last week, like, yo, Jesus came into his own creation and they didn't recognize him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
yo, people did not receive him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And the problem is in today's society where it's all about likes and it's all about, you know, politically correct and all these other things. Like the power of the word gets lost in that when it's all about being like when it's all about just being friendly and everything. And again, I'm not saying we don't love people, you know what I mean? But like yo, there's some definite stances that Jesus took that got him killed. You know what I'm saying? Like
It
yo,
contribute to the
right. You know what I'm
killing.
saying? Like, yo,
Right.
like it wasn't kumbaya. It was like, nah, like, yo, this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nah, dudes is getting healed today. I know it's the Sabbath, but dudes getting healed. You know what I mean? Like, yo, a lot of what Jesus did was countercultural. You know what I mean? And that helped with his notoriety, but it also helped with the people who wanted to see his demise. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
And Bo just said, or they don't even run. They just record the person while they're drowning or suffering instead of having compassion and helping them survive or thrive. Yo, what's crazy is like the Bible talks about riches being stored up, right? And it
Uh-huh.
talked about like scriptures on inheritance, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
that like compassion has lost its riches. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
and capturing what's happening has its riches on a pedestal. So like I'd rather
Mm.
be the reporter than the
Right.
saver, than the savior.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Right.
because
Right.
because like if I'm saving and nobody's capturing, where's the riches?
Right. Nah, you're right.
You know what I'm
You're right
saying?
on that. You're
So
right
so
on that.
so so like yo, the video could be sold to TMZ, and now like I'm right place, right time. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's lining my pockets.
Right. And it's crazy because even a person who does have compassion and might hop in to help somebody, dudes might jump him too. You know
Facts,
what I'm saying? He's trying to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
you know what I mean? So
And that's crazy because like so compassion has to include selflessness. Like
mhm.
it's a willingness to put yourself in danger also.
Right. And courage. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah,
I like, yo, when as you so eloquently said in the something that's gonna be released later, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, God told Joshua, be strong and courageous. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't a pep talk. Like that wasn't a pat on the back. You know what I'm saying? That was like, yo, you about to go into some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So you
yeah,
gotta be strong and courageous and know I'm your God. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be strong and courageous to maneuver in these places that I'm sending you into. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like there has to be something on like there has to be an inner you that that has something to push you forward. You know what I mean? To survive. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But I don't think people are walking around saying that I'm not courageous. And if people are thinking that they are exercising courage, what are their courage attached to?
right. Well, I think that I think that there's courage of convenience, and again, courage of conviction. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh,
you
I
know, I
like
could be
that.
tough. I could be tough when everybody around. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, you know what I mean? Like when nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? In those moments, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, when the crowd is against me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Can I stand on my beliefs? Like, can I stand on my values? You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all seen the pop off dummy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he with it,
He
with
with it.
everybody behind him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But you
yeah.
know, you catch him by himself. It's like,
We can talk this
you
out.
know,
We can talk
you know
this.
what I'm saying? Like, you know, but but you know, again, for us as mature believers, you know what I mean? When we talk about having compassion and doing those things, like, you know, again, it takes courage. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, can you give your last $5 to somebody because God moved your heart to do it? You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, can you maneuver
Yo,
in a place um solely based on the spirit saying to do something, knowing you got bills? You know what I'm saying? Like, that takes courage. You know what I'm saying?
yo,
That's not convenient.
you just blew my mind because courage of convenience versus courage of conviction. God will never require courage of convenience.
Mm,
Like
facts.
he will only require courage of conviction.
Yes.
And that's the courage that makes you walk alone.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? In
Mm-hmm.
theory, because God will always like be with you, and he will
Right. Right.
always kind of line up people that will start going along with your walking. But somebody has to lead the walk, and the
Right.
walk has to be a conviction. Like it has to be
Right.
communicated with conviction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It has to be communicated with a stance. Like, yo, this is
Mm-hmm.
where it begins and ends. Yo, that is crazy.
Mm.
Like bringing up those two different stages of courage.
Right. 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 And like they both dig from a different well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, you know, when it's out of convenience and it's courage, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel different in that space. But when it's out of conviction and you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like,
mm,
yo, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? But like, you just know the Lord told you, you know what I'm saying? God said to do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, everybody saying, why aren't you aligning with this person? And it's just like, yo, like the spirit has moved me differently. Like, yo, that's a different thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And a lot of times, you know, God to use those moments to validate where he's taking us, but also validate, like, yo, the relationship. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So like, yo, you know, like, our prayer should be, it's like, Lord, put me in those spaces where I have to rely on the courage of my conviction. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Put me in those spaces, because like that's where the molding, that's where the trials happen, so that we can grow and become, you know, who we're called to be.
yeah. India said God also told Joshua to meditate on the word day and night. You need to know who you are in Christ. Identity is key. Like, yo, what you take in shapes your convictions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yo, what you take, like, that's the reason why a dude would spaz on somebody for stepping on his sneakers. Because somebody told him to do that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, somebody, bro, we got so many programmed spaz out moments in our mind based on what people told us.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Based on what
Fact.
people told us. Like, yo, like if somebody called me the N word from another race, like, I feel required to spaz. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. 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 That's the program spasm
It's a
moment. Press
program spaz out moment. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Press F.
Like
Shift F.
space ball,
We
press
gonna fight.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody calls my wife out her name,
Right. Right.
program. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, yo, but both of those things don't align with our identity.
Mm.
They don't
So
align with
you
my
gotta
truth.
choose. So you gotta choose.
Exactly. Like, yo, I could truly be who I am and
Right.
prove them wrong,
Right.
or I could just spaz out and act like they calling out truth in me.
Right. Mm. Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's like, yo, like when we understand our identity, then we release we release triggers.
Yes.
We release triggers.
Like,
Mm.
yo, in the Bible, it talks about dudes trying to kill Jesus and Jesus just deceptively disappearing,
Right. Right.
knowing that dudes was trying to get him.
Right.
Like, yo, if he had triggers, he'd be like, yo, who want what?
Right. Right. Right.
trying to
Or
show, trying to show
or
his like his like how strong he is or how strong God is.
right. Or in reverse, how when he did some amazing things, they wanted to make him king, and he still dipped. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
You
On
know
the
what I
flip
mean? So
side,
like,
yeah,
yo, both like both for the negative and both for the positive. You know what I'm saying? Because people could have you thinking, you should be doing something you shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? And it's like, nah, I gotta stay focused. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Which again, you know what I'm saying? Like, how we spoke about. I mean, how you just said, like, you won't get to a place where you have those values unless it's being installed inside you, unless you're putting yourself in spaces which again, we talk about community, you know what I'm saying? We talk about, prayer, meditation, spending time, with the Lord. Like all of these things just fortify those values and those convictions so that you can make those decisions. Because you can't make a decision to live a life of conviction and courage if it's not in you. It got to be in you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
like you don't just wake up one day and you got it. You know what I'm saying? But like it has to be something installed. You know what I mean? And most installations, most real installations take time to download.
Come on, man. Don't say that and move away from the mic.
Come on, man. I gotta go to my other mic. You know what I'm saying? I got two over here.
Most real installations take time to download, and guess what? Oh my God. It has to be laid to rest. Meaning
Okay.
it has to not be in use in order to receive the download.
Right. Okay.
When you look at Adam, right? When you look at Adam, like
wow.
God says, like, yo, it's not good for a man to be alone. Right?
Right.
So the Bible says he puts Adam in a deep sleep and
Mhm.
then pulls from inward, right?
Right, right.
Now, look at the narrative. Jesus is in front of dudes and they're like, yo, why don't you defend yourself? Don't you know I have the power to take your life? And Jesus like, no, you're not gonna change the narrative on me, because like the power is not in what you take, the power is in the laying down. He said, yo, I'll lay like I'll lay down my life. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens when I lay down my life, when I rest my device, when I rest at the time, that's when the downloading happens.
Yo, somebody better be recording this, man.
That's when the downloading happens. The downloads happens when you rest. You know what I'm saying? It's not when you try to compete with the download. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I like that. Even like, even for us, like sometimes we're so quick to argue and we're so quick to fight, and it's like, yo, maybe in that moment God is calling you to lay down.
Lay down.
Like, yo, don't even argue this. You know what I'm saying? Because in that there's a download. You know what I'm saying? Like in you choosing to not be active in this argument or in this pettiness, yo, there's a download for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So don't worry how it looks in front of people. You know what I mean? Because like the upgrade, you know what I'm saying, is in the laying down.
Right. I mean? So guess what? So what's the greatest tool the enemy could do is make laying down not the norm. You know what I'm saying? Make stand your ground the norm. Make stand your ground the position of power. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, pop off, go crazy. Everybody go crazy. Nate Robinson fight. You still gonna lay down.
Go crazy. Right.
You still gonna lay down. But like,
yo, you gonna lay down.
Exactly. Like, yo, the enemy wants us to lay down like Nate, man. He wants us to fight fights we not supposed to be fighting. He wants us to lay down like Nate, bro. Like, why lay down like Nate when I could lay down willingly? I could lay down in a place where God could truly download things inside of me. You know what I'm saying? And just like you talked about you talked about uploading, you can't upload what you don't download. So like we talk about like convictions, we talk about like courage of convenience. Like our convenience is because we running on E.
Right.
Because we ain't been downloading, we ain't been laying down, we've been moving so much.
You know what I'm saying? That our battery about to drop, and then we gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between being dead and being rested. You know what I'm saying? That's why your phone would say like, "Yo, put it on rest mode." You know what I'm saying? Like, take away some of them apps. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like it's a
conserve what we got. Right?
Exactly. It's a difference when you dead.
Wow.
It's a difference when you dead.
Wow. That's good. Wow.
Let's talk about the chat, man, because we've been moving.
I mean, yo, again, you know, I read this scripture on Sunday, and I think it bears repeating, just as you have, you know, have said that. It says, and he was saying to them all, if anyone wishes to follow me as my disciple, he must deny himself, set aside selfish interests, and take up his cross daily, expressing a willingness to endure whatever may come, and follow me, believing in me, conforming to my example, in living, and if need be, suffering or perhaps dying because of faith in me. You know, and you know that, you know, again, it's 3 parts that stick out with that. Like, yo, denying yourself, you know what I'm saying? Set aside selfish interest, you know what I mean? Again, like, yo, there are things we can do, you know what I'm saying? But like, should I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like having the moral compass to be like, yo, like, is this even worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff is just not worth it. Some stuff we hop into because of pride. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff we hop into because of lust. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing in your best self, I wouldn't even waste time with this. You know what I'm saying? But because we're so caught up in the flesh, because we're so caught up in self, we don't deny ourselves. We hop in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we indulge. Right.
Brother, we dive in. You know what I'm saying?
We hop in.
So it's like, yo, Jesus is saying, like, yo, if you're going to follow me, denying yourself it's not even a requirement. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you gotta deny yourself, and you gotta take up your cross. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you gotta be willing to endure. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I have to endure. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Jesus endured the cross. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to, but like, yo, he endured it. You know what I'm saying? For that download. You know what I'm saying? And that download that he got was for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the upgrade was for us. So, yo, so even as you deny yourself and like, yo, you endure, the upgrade is not even for yourself. People are gonna be blessed by that process in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I think you know, I think about like when you go to work for a job, like, you can't tell them that you're gonna wear whatever you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, you got your own style and like, you got your own clothes. It's like, nah, like, you're gonna put on the uniform. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna work here.
And if you're gonna work here, you're gonna put on the uniform and you're gonna fit in. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna look like a representation of what we're about. And I think that like, only God, only Christianity is the only place where you look around and you don't see it unified, and you see people struggle with denying themselves, and looking more like the image of Christ, the biblical image of Christ. And again, like, part of our human nature, based on the sin factor, as Joe pointed out, like, it is to rebel. You know what I'm saying? It is to not listen. Like, I discovered that as I had kids. Like, I realized, like, oh snap, I never taught my children how to lie. I never taught my children how to steal and be sneaky. Like, it just happened. You know what I'm saying? It's human nature. It's the nature birthed out of sin. And that's why, like, so many things can be claimed as something that you're born with, because sin could express himself in many ways. And God says, like, yo, I don't want to argue sin. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to argue the origin of sin. I don't want to say, like, yo, this is a sin, this is not a sin, this is a choice, this is not a choice. God says, guess what? In order to work with me, you got to be born again. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I could come anyway, because I trust the born again process so much.
Right. And And no matter what you want to define it is as, like yo, his love covers a multitude of sins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like no matter the issue, no matter the struggle, yo, in the insurance plan is covered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like yo, if you allow yourself to come under the covering, yo, you're covered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like yo, if somebody took care of your bills, like, and they're like, yo, I got you. I mean, you would want to know more about that person. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like what's what's up? You know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
For a few reasons. One, because you like, yo, can you teach me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You put me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And so I think at the end of the day, like, again, God has set certain things up for us, and He wants us to grow in relationship with Him. Like, yo, He's taking care of the process. It's already set up. We just have to have the willingness. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to have the willingness to want to proceed, to want to grow, to want to be human again. You know what I'm saying? And not to just be, just an average human, but to be like the human God has called you to be. You know what I'm saying? Compassionate, loving, caring. You know what I mean? Selfless. You know what I mean? Again, these are not values that are promoted in the world today. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is get mine. You know what I mean? Watch me. You know what I'm saying? Watch me work. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, especially in this season that we're living in, where there's so many people who are at a deficit, where there's so many people who are hurting, so many people who don't know what tomorrow is. For those of us who have the answer, we have to become, viable sources of information. We have to become viable sources of encouragement. You know what I mean? So that people can really find out, who they're called to be.
Yeah, I just feel like you nailed today on the head with talking about courage and courage of convenience and conviction. And there may be some people that are in this chat that are struggling with the courage of conviction. You know what I'm saying? They may be struggling with like only doing things that are convenient, and God has truly called them to do something that is not convenient. Like God has truly called them to do something based on the fact that He just said it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you to do it, and like you keep feeling this burden, and the burden is there because God has called you to do it. And I just want you to cover that person in prayer, and to just take us home with a lifestyle based on conviction and not convenience.
Yeah, wow, man. Well, listen, like the truth is that each and every one of us have been called to do a work. We've been called to an assignment, and you'll never be able to accomplish that, if you're stuck on convenience, if you're stuck on comfortability. You know what I mean? If you're stuck on the status quo. Every hero has a journey of discovery to kind of set out to. You know what I mean? And yo, I just want to encourage, everybody listening, like, listen, if you're alive and you're breathing, God is not done with you yet. You know what I'm saying? If you feel as though like every day is the same and it's the status quo, well, that's courage of, that's being comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And God wants to move you to a place of dreaming again, of daring again. You know what I'm saying? Of putting it on the line again. And the great part about that is that, once you begin to make those steps, like, yo, heaven is ready to move on your behalf. You know what I'm saying? I think the most powerful thing that we can do as people is when we pull heaven in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, the rope that does that is faith. You know what I'm saying? But you have to get to a place of where I'm at is not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm doing is not it. And I know I'm called for more. You know what I'm saying? And then like, yo, you get in the face of the Lord, man, and you begin to download, man. You begin to download and you ask God for opportunities, man. Like sometimes we we don't move because we're waiting for the big hitter. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, God is like, yo, like we could start with the little things. You know what I'm saying? And build ourselves up. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, like the devil don't have you just jump off a building. Like he start with the little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just go over there. You know what I mean? But like, yo, God wants us to begin to engage him in such a way that it interrupts our status quo. You know what I'm saying? That it interrupts how we normally move, you know? And like, yo, there's something in that, you know, to be released in us. So, yo, I just want to encourage everybody again, you know, yo, again, if you're alive and breathing, your purpose has not expired. It's people who died today, you know, rest in peace and everything. But if you're alive and breathing, like, yo, your purpose has not been expired. Yo, there's still time, you know, like heaven and earth are waiting for what you have. And like, yo, like, but it's gonna take courage and it's gonna take really you know, spending time with the Father so we can get those steps.
Yeah, man, it's good that I'm hearing things are getting better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. That's
Um,
good, man.
it's real. You know what I would rather, if you don't mind, like, yo, let me pray for you. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool, man. Cool, man. That'd be good, man. I definitely use some prayer, bro.
Sure. Prayer changes things, don't it?
Come on, man. Come on, man. I got the right one praying for me too, man. All right.
Come on. Yeah,
Go ahead, man. Whenever you're ready.
yeah, I'll just send one up, man, real quick. Just bow your head, close your eyes. You know?
All right.
No, close your eyes.
Huh?
Bow your head and close your eyes. We're gonna pray. I'm gonna pray now.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm outside right now, so I don't think God gonna mind if my eyes open. So you could just pray. I mean, you could go ahead if you can pray. I definitely need prayer, bro.
You close your eyes out of respect and reverence for God. So, like, you know, it's gonna be quick. Just close your eyes, bow your head, close your eyes.
All right, I got you.
Good. Yes, Lord. Show your eyes.
Huh? What's
Your
up,
eyes
man?
are still open.
You went already? You finished?
No, I start when you close your eyes. Like,
Oh, but you gonna close your eyes too, though?
yeah, I'm
When
gonna close
we
my
praying?
eyes after you close your eyes, cause like I'm the one praying. So like once you close your eyes, then I know it's time to start.
Oh, all right, cool. All right, got you.
Yeah,
Copy.
it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be
Copy.
quick. Don't even worry about it.
All right, cool. All right, go ahead, bro.
All right, Lord, we just man, we come before you today. Your eyes are open, man. Like, do you want this prayer?
No, I saw somebody. So I think I
You
saw
know what?
some.
You know what? Pray for
All right,
yourself,
yo.
man. Pray for yourself. I don't understand.
Yo,
Like, yo,
just text me on. Bro, I'm in the streets though. I can't just close my eyes out here, bro. Like I'm actually in the
I'm taking the
streets
time
right
to pray
now,
for
bro.
you. You know what I'm saying? And all I ask for you to
Right.
do is close your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bro. I got you. But the thing is, if we both close our eyes, like you keep knowing if I open my eyes. So I don't think you close your eyes.
Because I don't trust that you closing your eyes.
But you gotta trust in the Lord.
You gotta trust in the Lord. You the one with the situation.
Okay, all right. You got you right. Copy.
You know what? You good. Since
Copy,
you good,
bro.
just
You got
pray
it.
for yourself. Pray for yourself.
No.
I'm out.
All right. No.
Yo, man. Yo, it's good to have fun, man. Like, yo, if y'all have fun tonight, man, like up them likes in the chat. Like, we truly enjoy kicking it with y'all tonight. And God really burst out in some new revelation in this time. So we here next Wednesday, man. But like, if y'all want to go more deeper into the understanding of what we've been talking about on Sundays at New Life International Ministry with the Instant Series, Brother L, tell us what's coming up next, man.
Man, yo, you know, first week we did the upload. This past week we went into the follows, and yo, this coming up Sunday we in the DMs, y'all. We in the DMs. In the DMs, man. So we gonna talk about the power of the DM, how it could be used to elevate, or how it could be used to devastate. depending on how you use them DMs,
Uh-huh.
you gonna keep it a buck. I like, yo, if you gonna be there, like, yo, first of all, I might wear a t-shirt because it's like we gonna keep it a buck.
Keep it a
You know what I'm
buck,
saying?
boy.
So like, listen, if you're not down for real talk, like, don't pull up. But we in the DMs, like, there's some great things that happen in the DMs, but man, it could be some crazy stuff that happen too. So yeah, pull up Sunday, man. We in there.
No doubt. Sunday, right here on this page. You can watch it live streaming on Facebook, on YouTube. New Life International Ministries. Life is spelled Lyfe. Sunday, 11:30. Check us out. And again, man, like, yo, live a life with conviction. Find out what you're convicted about, because that'll shape your conversation. That'll shape like the way that you maneuver. Some people say, yo, this is what I'm about. But really, when you look at their lifestyle, you don't see it in their lifestyle. Find something to be convicted about, and hopefully it's rooted in the truth that God thinks about you. God bless you, and good night. We love you, man. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, for the Life Study, and we're here on Sunday, 11:30. Let's get out of here. God bless. Good night.